Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Enneagram and Coaching. I'm Hillary, your certified Enneagram coach, and today we're going to go over 10 signs that you might be an Enneagram Type 9, the Peacemaker. But before we get started, don't forget to push the subscribe button. It's super important. And also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And you guys know I always get a coffee before I do these videos. Usually you guys give me your coffee idea and I go try one and I see if I like it or not because I'm trying to find a new coffee drink. Well, today I just had to make one from home because I had no time. Like, this week has been the busiest week ever, but I am drinking a coffee out of a mug. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Peace. I thought that was appropriate for today's video to drink out of a mug that says Peace because we are talking about the peacemakers today. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first sign that you might be an Enneagram Type 9 is you don't feel like you're very important. You don't feel like your presence matters, because what is the core longing of a Type 9? That your presence matters. I know for myself, I actually have to tell myself sometimes, look myself in the mirror and go, your presence matters. Because it's a lie I've believed since I was a little girl, and I want to speak truth over myself. And so that's really important if you're an Enneagram Type 9, to believe you are important and your presence does matter. Okay, so let's move on to the second sign, and that would be you'll do almost anything to avoid conflict. The core fear of a 9 is conflict. And so a Type 9, conflict is the worst thing for them. They don't want to do it. They'll do almost anything to avoid it. And so if this is like to you, like one of your core things where you're like, oh, conflict is the hardest thing, you might be an Enneagram Type 9. The third sign is you find routines very comforting. This is a big one for me. A lot of times Type 9s like to do, like to have the same routine every day, the same morning routine, evening routine. I know for myself, there's only two types of things that I eat every morning for breakfast. I either eat oatmeal or Greek yogurt. I don't know why. I find comfort in knowing my body knows how to process that. It does well with that. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I'll eat a lot of similar items almost every single day. And then also I like to go to bed by, 8 or 9 every night. But those are my routines. If you're a Type 9, you'll probably have different routines, and actually let me know in the comments below, if you are a Type 9 or whatever type that you are, does any routine just pop in your mind right now that every day you have to do this routine or you want to do this routine and it brings you comfort? I'd love to know that. Okay, so the fourth sign is you're very stubborn, and this one actually is super surprising to people because they're like, no, the Type 9, they're the peacemaker. Yes, but they're very stubborn. They're the most stubborn out of all types. I think it has to do with, like, there's certain things that we won't budge on where, certain morals and beliefs and structures and whatever that looks like, there's no budging us. And so we could be really, really stubborn if we want to be. All right, so moving on to number 5, you tend to procrastinate. Now, I know a lot of other types probably do procrastinate too, but the 9 is a big procrastinator and usually has to do with things just feel overwhelming. They don't know where to start. It's just a lot for them, and so they'll procrastinate a lot of times. But I will say, once a 9 gets started, they will finish. They will do a really good job and they will finish it and they will go all in. It's just getting started can be hard for a 9 sometimes. All right, moving right along to number 6. You go along to get along. The Type 9 usually is very go with the flow, easygoing. Yep, you want to do that, no big deal. They kind of just go with the flow and don't mind doing what everybody else wants to do. I know for myself, I'd rather everybody else make the decision on where to go for dinner and stuff like that. I'd rather be easygoing about that kind of stuff. It actually feels like a big decision. Anytime my husband's like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I'm like, that's a lot of pressure. Can you just throw some ideas out there? And I usually actually know what I don't want to do. If you're a 9, let me know in the comments below. Do you resonate with that, where I know what I don't want to do, but a lot of times I don't know what I want to do. But anyways, that number 6 is, they're very easygoing and they go along to get along. So let's move on to number 7. A Type 9, they love the outdoors. I don't know any Type 9s that don't love the outdoors, whether it be the mountains, the ocean, taking a walk, just breathing in the outside air. And I was thinking about this earlier and I thought, I wonder why? Why is that? And I think the outdoors is very calming and very peaceful for a Type 9. And, they don't have to deal with conflict or people's opinions or anything. It's just a place where they can go and they can breathe and relax. So a Type 9, they love the outdoors usually. Okay, so number 8 is, this is a big one for me. You put off all the hard tasks and you do all the easy things first. And what this would look like is if you have like a project or a paper to write, or I don't know, something at work that needs to be done, or anything that just seems overwhelming and hard, a lot of times the type 9 will go, well, you know, I think I need to do the dishes or the laundry or fold the clothes, vacuum or whatever that is. I know for me, when I have something super overwhelming that I need to do, all of a sudden I feel like I need to redo an office or something. So I will do something easy. So for me, that's easy versus the hard thing, which is usually building a course or something along those lines, redoing my website or anything like that I'm like, it's so overwhelming. Where do I start? And so a type 9 usually will put off all their hard tasks and do the easy ones first. The 9th sign that you might be a type 9 is it's really hard to assert your opinion. That wounding childhood message of a type 9 is it's not okay to assert yourself. And so for a 9, it can be very hard for them to insert themselves in a conversation if they're with a group or with anybody or at any time. It takes a lot for a type 9 to assert themselves because they're constantly fighting that voice that they heard as a child, and that it's not okay to assert yourself. So that is a big sign that you might be a type 9 if it is really painfully hard to assert yourself into a conversation, a group, or anything like that. All right, so the last thing is, can you guess it? It's a type 9 can see all sides. That is right, they can see all sides. And you know, they're at the top of the circle, the Enneagram circle. They can merge with all people, therefore they can see all sides. They make great mediators and different things like that. They really love to bring people together. And I would say this is a gifting, but I do get in trouble sometimes because I will have a friend come up to me, tell me an issue, and then, you know, assume I'm going to take their side. And usually I could totally see their side and I totally relate and understand, but I also could see the other person's side, which, like I said, could get me in trouble. But that is a gift a 9 could do, is to see all sides and help bring people together. So, okay, so that's all I have for the 10 signs that you might be an Enneagram type 9. If you guys found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and push subscribe because I have a ton more videos coming your way. I'd like to release at least 1 video a week, sometimes 2, depending on what I have going on and how many clients I have. And actually, speaking of that, if you are watching this video and you're like, gosh, even after all 10 of those, I'm still unsure what my type is, or if I am a type 9, I do offer a Discover You typing session. It's a 1-hour session over Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, and we get down to the bottom of what your type is, and usually we can figure out not only your type, but your wings and your subtype. And so that is, like I said, a 1-hour session with me personally. I will link that information down below if you want more info about it. You can find that information on my website, enneagramandcoaching.com. And then also, if you want to follow me on social media, I have 2 Instagram accounts. The first one is just my personal one. I do a little mix of personal and business in that one. It's Hillary_McCaskey_coaching. And then I have just an Enneagram business account, which is Enneagram and Coaching. You can follow me either of those places, both of those places. If you do, say hi. I love knowing that the subscribers for my YouTube channel is coming over to my Instagram, and I love meeting you guys. But that's all I have for now. Until next time. Bye, guys.